With all the coverage of the ailment that we won't mention by name, we thought that now would be a good time for a distraction video. Hello and welcome to another TLDR explained video. Despite current world events, the US presidential election is still going on. And while there's not much going on in terms of voting at the moment, we thought it would be a good time to begin talking about the possible vice presidential candidates that could take their place on the Democratic ticket. So in this video, we're going to talk about what's going on in the election, who could possibly be selected for the VP slot on the Democratic ticket, and what advantages or disadvantages they could bring to the table going into the 2020 general election. Regular viewers might know that we make pin badges featuring our countries with shoes graphics, and at this point, we have a whole bunch of countries covered. But we thought that in this time of global crisis, it might be nice to have a design representing global unity. Hence, the new World with Shoes pin. Check out these new designs and all of the others in the store. It's linked down below. So, you may be asking what exactly has been going on in the election. Well, the answer is not much. With primaries and caucuses suspended in several states or territories over the last week and in weeks to come, voting has pretty much come to a stop. As of the time of writing, the next round of voting is set to take place on April 4th, with the Alaska and Hawaii primaries and the Wyoming caucuses. But while voting has slowed down, the politics has continued, with former Vice President Joe Biden getting criticism for pretty much disappearing from the national spotlight. As a result, a Biden spokesman said that the former Vice President will continue campaigning digitally from his home in Delaware. And because Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders refuses to drop out, Biden cannot yet pivot to the general election and focus on uniting his fractured party. Compounding the situation for Biden is the daily presence of New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. Because New York is one of the hardest hit states with the ailment that again we won't name, Cuomo has had daily briefings with the press and has given rise to a lot of presidential talk, with hashtag President Cuomo trending on Twitter over the last few days. So while it looks like Biden will get the Democratic nomination, the question of running mates has also garnered a lot of attention, especially with Biden's recent commitment during the last debate to select a woman as his running mate. Before we get into specific candidates, we thought it would be good to explain what is usually sought in a running mate. There are several cases in recent presidential elections where running mates have been chosen based on providing some balance to the ticket. Biden himself is an example. In 2008, Barack Obama, who was young, relatively inexperienced in national politics, well-spoken and charismatic, chose Biden to complement his weaknesses. Biden is older than Obama, has been in national politics for more than 30 years, and as such, projected age and experience. In some cases, there's geographic balance in the ticket. For example, in 1960, then-Senator John F. Kennedy chose then-Senator Lyndon Johnson to be his running mate in the election. In addition to the age and experience balance, Johnson was also from Texas, while Kennedy was Massachusetts. This meant that the Deep South would remain faithful to the Democratic ticket. So, who could Biden choose to complement his own weaknesses? Well, because of his pledge, we know he won't be choosing any of the prominent male Democrats. So we've selected 6 women who could make it onto Biden's shortlist. In no particular order, they are Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren, California Senator Kamala Harris, Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar, former First Lady Michelle Obama, former Secretary of State and First Lady Hillary Clinton, and former Georgia gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams. Let's start with Warren. In addition to being a woman, Warren has excellent progressive credentials and could unite the progressive wing of the party with the moderate wing already set to support Biden. Unfortunately, in addition to being from a reliably Democratic state, she also comes with her fair share of political baggage. There have been several controversies where Warren has been portrayed as less than truthful about her heritage and her career as a teacher. Another factor to consider is Biden's age, as he is only 7 years to Warren's senior. If Biden's looking to balance the ticket, then Warren's age would certainly not help her consideration. Now, Kamala Harris, while she may balance the ticket in terms of age, may be less likely to be Biden's choice because of their altercation in the first debate, where she attacked Biden's positions regarding busing. Harris also has the problem of coming from a state that is a Democratic stronghold in presidential politics. However, she could also be selected because of her ability to be an attack dog. where her experience as a prosecutor would no doubt serve her well. This is also something we saw in her questioning of not only Brett Kavanaugh and Neil Gorsuch during their respective confirmations, but also members of President Trump's cabinet. Amy Klobuchar is probably one of the stronger candidates for Biden because of the importance of the location of her native state of Minnesota. It is not only part of the American Midwest, but is also very close to the important Rust Belt, a region that handed Donald Trump the 2016 election. While Minnesota itself has not gone Republican since 1972, it's become more of a swing state in recent years, with the Democratic majority shrinking since Barack Obama won his first term in 2008. Minnesota's importance in the electoral map could be a reason enough to tap Klobuchar. Not to mention, after Klobuchar suspended her campaign, rumours of a deal between Biden and Klobuchar were abound. The downside for Klobuchar is that there is some pressure for Biden to choose a woman of colour. She also doesn't appeal to young voters, a demographic that Biden is in dire need to appeal to. Former First Lady Michelle Obama is a very unlikely choice, as she herself has vehemently denied any interest in the job or in politics. However, it would certainly help Biden's chances, as she was a very popular First Lady. However, Michelle Obama also comes from the reliably blue state of Illinois, but it is located in the Midwest. The possibility of Biden selecting Hillary Clinton is rather low. Her home state of New York is another Democratic stronghold, and she also has a political baggage from Benghazi, her emails, and the accusations about the operation of the Clinton Foundation. Not to mention the fact that she's already run for president and lost twice already. Stacey Abrams would be a pretty good choice because of her home state of Georgia, which has been a purple state for some years. Not only is Abrams a woman of colour, her generational gap with Biden on the ticket could attract younger voters that Biden needs. Another reason to select Abrams is the mobilisation of the vote in Georgia could put its 2 Senate seats into play for Democrats, as they're both up in the election this year. Obviously, we don't know who Biden will select, and it remains unclear how this will affect the election. In fact, Meghan McCain, daughter of the late Senator John McCain, speculated that should Biden select a woman as his running mate, Donald Trump would replace the current vice president with former UN ambassador and South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley. So, who do you think that Biden will choose as his running mate? Did we leave a name out that you think we should have considered? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, you can get involved in the conversation over on Discord. We'll be sure to keep you up to date on the election as it plays out, so make sure that you hit subscribe and the bell icon to be notified whenever we post a new video.